Most business owners know they should be filming more video content. It's by far the easiest way to get high engagement with current and prospective consumers, but they don't do it for a myriad of reasons. Number one is usually that it requires them to be on camera, and who likes watching themselves? But I'm here to tell you it's really necessary to get over that. Two, sometimes you don't know what topic to film on. I usually like to recommend people start with one of their frequently asked questions, because if a couple people are asking it, that usually means others are thinking it and likely searching for it. So it's going to help get your video viewed by more people. Now for this challenge, I want you in the next 2 weeks, or actually if you're watching this during the Christmas season, I'll give you 4 weeks because I know it's very busy. I want you to create and post an explainer video about some aspect, ideally of your business. If you really can't do one of your business, then please do one for something personally you know how to do. Maybe you make a great holiday cookie. Maybe you know how to change oil. I don't know, something. Explain something, basically. So for my explainer video, I decided I'm not going to do a business topic. I'm going to explain how I do my 2-strand twist into a side braid, which is a tutorial request I've gotten from a lot of folks. That sounds braggy, but I really do. When I wear it this way, it looks super fancy pants, and it could not be easier to do. So I'm just gonna do a quick down and dirty tutorial on how I do it. So I wear a side part. And what I choose, a lot of this I'll give you options as we go through, but for me to start with, I'm just gonna do it the way I always do it. Have my hair parted on this side. I always have my braid coming around to this side. So first you just wanna make sure your hair is nice and combed, because if it has tangles, it's gonna be harder to do. And I will start on the opposite side of my side part. You kind of want your roots to be a little bit fluffy, but evenly fluffy, because you don't want bumps. Okay, like that would have been. All right, you start with a chunk of hair. Small, it's not that big. Make sure it's kind of nice and not bumpy. And you just divide it in half. And then you take the one here and go over. What I like to explain it as is it's a French braid, but with 2 pieces, and you're only pulling from one side, for those of you who know how to French braid. So then you take this bottom piece, add some to it, move it to the top piece, and the bottom piece comes down. And you really just keep, so here's one of the pitfalls. See how there's kind of a hump right there? Sometimes you have to watch as you're doing that and smooth it out a little bit. And you just keep doing that all the way down. Now you can do it if you take smaller pieces, you're going to see more, it's going to look much more separated. If you take bigger pieces, it's going to look kind of a little bit more cohesive. And I'm gonna explain this all right now because pretty soon my mouth is going to be full. You could get a clip right here and just clip it. What I traditionally do as I do this is I just put it in my mouth while I do the other side really quick because it doesn't take long. So it'll be silent just for a moment. Okay, so now I have my 2 pieces. This one's much thicker because there's a lot more hair in it. So typically I braid a couple extra without having picked up any more. I twist a couple extra just so it goes a little bit further. It gives you more to work with as you do your braid. So I take the thicker one, I split it into 2 pieces, and then I take the thinner one, and that's the middle. It just comes through, and then you switch to braiding. And I actually don't know how good the back looks. I have I have 3 cowlicks in my hair, and one of them is right here in the back, and it sometimes makes my back look a little bit wonky, but hopefully it ended up looking okay. If I had a mirror, if I was really trying to be proper, I would check, but I also don't see the back of my hair, so I don't always care. So that's it, it's done. And now what you can do, sometimes this looks kind of tighter than I like, so you can kind of loosen it a bit, and it'll naturally loosen throughout the day as you go. I really like loosening my braid, so it kind of looks like an Elsa braid. And that's it, a 2-strand twist into a side braid. You can see I did it super, super fast. So that's all there is for an explainer video. And if I'm being honest, I probably did it for the majority of the explainer video, I think I did it in about 3 takes. I ended up doing a bunch at the end because I couldn't think of a good concise way to close, and I had a much harder time filming the beginning of this video explaining how to do an explainer video than I did the actual teaching of the skill itself, which is pretty common, and I find that a lot with the clients that I work with. So the challenge is issued to you. I would say try to do it on your own, but if you're having any problems, if you have questions, reach out to me. I'm really happy to answer any questions you have or even help you out. I work with people and sometimes they shoot the footage and I cut it together. Maybe they don't want to have to learn a video editing software. Or sometimes I both shoot the footage. I just got some really cool new toys for Black Friday. I got a brand new mirrorless camera and I got the new iPhone 11 Pro, and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. So I'm actually filming this on my mirrorless, and I have some new lighting equipment I'll show you. Oh. So there are resources to tap into if this is feeling overwhelming to create great video content on your own. Thanks so much for listening, and be sure to let me know how it goes in the comments below. I want to hear if you completed the challenge, how you found it, what you liked and didn't like about it, and if you were courageous enough to post it. I say the posting is so important because on the whole, you're going to get a really great reaction from your friends and family. I will say sometimes it can be a little heart-wrenching when the reaction is just kind of crickets when it's not really there. So if you don't have a super high followership, then that could be an option maybe for the first one, but by and large, especially as your video skills improve, the reactions are so much higher than any photo you post or any blog article that you share. So I think that taking up this as a challenge is super important to help you grow your business and realize the success that you want to have in life.